Hey, hey, happy to be here today. We're going to be talking about signs you have childhood abandonment wounds. And I'm going to talk about how they show up, why it's important to heal that, because they can destroy healthy relationships. So if you've wondered in the past, hey, my parents weren't always there for me. I wonder, what is this? So childhood abandonment does not necessarily mean a parent left you physically, although we cannot underestimate the wounds that leaves you with. For me, my biological father left after my parents' divorce when I was 4 years old. I don't even remember, but I will tell you that had a significant impact negatively on the relationships that I've had with men since then. So yes, a parent that leaves you physically is definitely a part of that, but it can be a parent who didn't emotionally meet your needs. I have a lot of clients whose parents were there present in their lives, but they had addiction issues, alcoholism, mental health. Many of my clients have a parent who was, they think, possibly bipolar. So that parent was incapable of meeting their needs, and so they felt emotionally abandoned. So how does that show up as adults? Got my little list here because I like to keep myself on track. I tend to chit chat a little bit. So let's talk about that. Well, firstly, you may be having some unhealed childhood wounds if you are driven and successful professionally, because you deep down have a lot of shame around failure, and you tend to struggle with rejection or not being good enough. So it manifests it in a way professionally. We tend to be driven, successful, high achievers, but our intimate relationships are a hot mess. They tend to, if people knew what we were like behind closed doors with our intimate partners, people like, well, who the hell is she? So again, so what does that look like? It looks like jealousy, constant insecurity, a constant need to be reassured, because you struggle, you're insecure. You might be jealous. You might even sabotage relationships. I've written about that extensively, how I would be with healthy men, but I would constantly sabotage that relationship because I push them away, in a sense, testing them to see if they'd come back. And so there was this constant sabotaging of relationships where I push and pull away and want them back, and feel abandoned. Or you might tend to overthink. You overthink. You second guess yourself a lot. So in women in particular, you tend to either be a people pleaser, where you want to constantly need that constant need for validation and people pleasing, and never wanting to say no because you don't want to lose people. Or you tend to be me, where you are the brick builder, where you have walls around you. You don't need anyone. You don't need anyone near you because, it's really deep down, you're afraid of being left. So if no one can get close to you, you build those walls up around you. Another kind of unknown sign of childhood abandonment wounds are this need, and I mean kind of highly driven need for control. You need to be in control. You like a lot of structure. You do not like unknowns. You don't like transitions. You don't like spontaneity. You don't like where you don't know what's going on, right? So if you have a lot of childhood abandonment, or you have those wounds, you tend to want a lot of control. Unknowns make you uneasy, insecure. You don't like that. And lastly, you have unrealistic expectations of a person. If a person lets you down, you never let it go. You tend to struggle to let go of mistakes. You struggle with letting go of the past, and you have unrealistic expectations of the partner. they have to fulfill every need, they have to be perfect. There's all these unrealistic expectations. So what can you do about this if you are struggling with these childhood abandonment wounds? Well, here's the good news. I'm going to be hosting a very intimate, personal, customized workshop on healing abandonment wounds Wednesday, and it's an invite-only masterclass, and it's going to be short and sweet, and we're going to really dig down, and we're going to be honing in on healing abandonment wounds. So I want you to attend that. So if you're interested in that, hashtag yes here in the comments, or just shoot me a DM, and I'm going to send you the details. So I cannot wait to see you. I hope you catch this replay because it's going to be amazing. And again, you don't have to spend years in therapy. The good news is you can nip this in a bud in like a matter of weeks. And my biggest regret is that I didn't know about this, and that I didn't know all these tools and these strategies that could change my life. And I had to go through a divorce, and I had to go through so much suffering. But the good news is you don't have to do that. There's things that you could do to quickly shift this and have a fun, healthy, secure relationship moving forward. So join me next Wednesday at this very intimate, personal workshop. If you want the details, check it out. Send me a DM, and I'm only inviting a few select people. So, all right, bye. Have a great day.